Other news now, and confirmation now that the president has doubled the amount that a private individual can give to a political party to 30 million rand. Also changing the threshold above which donations have to be declared to 200,000 rand. In other words, if you wanted to give over 200,000 rand to any political party, they would have to declare that you gave them that money. Sandile Swana is a governance expert. Sandile, good afternoon to you. Good to have you on Newzroom Afrika channel 405. For a long time, you didn't have to declare whatever you gave to a political party. Things have changed since then. Now the donation limit is being doubled to 30 million rand. Do you think that's the right thing to do a couple of years before an election?
Stephen, thank you. The issue of timing is going to be controversial. I don't even want to go there. Let's then deal with the issue of the limits themselves. The issue of the limits being increased to 30 million, that each entity that donates must not exceed 30 million. For the time being, acknowledges that wealth in South Africa is concentrated. And it's an indirect way of addressing the concentration of wealth in South Africa, so that those in whose hands whom the wealth is concentrated do not control our politics, as in any event is currently the case.
So, I mean, someone who has 30 million rand to give a political party probably has friends. They can give that money to their friends, and between them they can give a lot more money anyway, but at least we would know who it was.
Yes, Stephen. Business people and rich people know, and they've got the best advisors in the country to give them guidance on how to circumvent any of these laws that try to control their money. However, what I am saying is that the thing that we need to know is the full names of and identities of who are the people who are donating to which party, regardless of the amount that they are donating. So I am in essence saying that we need to deal with two issues. One, the threshold of 30 million, even if it was 200 million or a billion or no ceiling at all, I would still be happy. But having said that, we do need to come back to the issue that indeed, in order to have a proper democracy, there is a need to democratize the wealth as well, the wealth distribution, because that is actually a permanent problem in South Africa for the past 100 years.
Well, I mean, yeah, probably longer in terms of how you look at these things. So when we have this situation now, it does still mean, and there's an issue around secrecy perhaps, that you or I or anyone could give 199,000 rand to one political party and no one would ever know about it. Now, is that too high? I mean, I do think we shouldn't say if someone gives 50 bucks to a political party, we should have to know about it. But 199,000 rand isn't 50 bucks.
Well, I haven't checked the detail of how the IEC goes about it, but they have said that, they've said it a few times, that it doesn't matter really that the threshold is at 200,000, because in the annual report, the details of who donated are recorded there. But we've seen some of the parties launching very rich, luxurious rallies in expensive venues, and everybody keeps asking, where did that money come from? Then they say, no, there was a chap who came and donated an ox, and the other one here, those types of stories. We still don't know what happened. So I think that the IEC needs to be transparent to say, how do they actually know? Is this knowledge of theirs also certified properly by auditors? And then can they share it with us as to how do they know? What is it that they know about these donors to each political party?
Well, I mean, this is the next question, is do we think all the political parties have been honest about their money? I'm sorry to be so cynical, but I think people are going to ask questions around that. And I mean, I suspect that's what you're doing.
I am asking those questions. And I think that I was quite pleased, though, let me say, by the comments of Gwen Ramokgopa, the Treasurer General of the African National Congress, when she said that people who are donating to political parties must be open and free to be identified as such. And I've said that many times over, that, even when it was dangerous to be involved in politics, South Africans had to identify themselves where they stand on big political questions in the nation. Now, this is just about money. We know some of them want privatization to go to their companies and so on, but they need to be a little bit candid about their donations to campaigns and to also parties themselves.